start button. Make sure we are on. Whoops. Get that off my screen. Turn this on. All right. I do believe we are going. All right. I do believe we. Oh wow! Turn that down so I'm not hearing myself twice. All right. For Austin, who's not been here, who's listened though, this is kind of what we call a bullshitting podcast. We kind of go in the there's a somewhat of an order, but also we kind of go with it, just kind of like sit. Basically, I think of it as sitting around at the bar having drinks, just chatting. Like that's how I want it to be. That's how I want everyone to be comfortable. You got something on your mind, let's talk about it. We will. I guess I'll start with how our race on Thursday went with running Charlotte. My race was very, very up and down, up and down, up and down. Number one, I hate the package that we had for that track. Still hate it today. Because I felt like you were stuck in a draft. It was almost like Atlanta. Not almost like Atlanta, but like you were just bound by, you couldn't get by people until people started killing their tires. So mine was just, okay, try to qualify, and I qualified mid-pack. I screwed up my fast lap. So I was like, all right, well, let's just be patient here and try to work our way through the pack. And as soon as we start to get a, good green flag going, and then someone would wreck or something along those lines, and then we'd have a restart. And heat cycles on tires were kind of wild. At least I felt like. Maybe I'm wrong. Then we get to kind of towards the middle of the race, and we start having a long run. I'm like, cool, and I save my tires, and I'm working my way back through. And then me and Austin have a little bit of a run-in, which he's apologized for, and I went back and looked, and it was a side draft gone wrong. Which this is a something that I think iRacing needs to look at. I know it's probably it's happened to me. I don't know if it's happened to anyone else in this room. But when you're side drafting somebody and you just barely touch them, and it's like a magnet, and you just can't get off of them, and you just end up turning them, and it's not even of your own. You're not even trying real hard. It just turns them.
Yeah, I don't really like that.
Yeah, as much as I love being a part of your day there, I hated that was the part of it I was involved in.
I was really pissed at first. I said quite a few choice words on my stream, but then I went back, and then Josh actually messaged me and was like, "Hey, that was actually he really, really didn't mean to do that." And so, oh my god, I didn't think you'd be home. Sorry, but
well, I'm at Alicia's house, but yeah, probably got home around 1:00 actually.
All right, welcome back from Indy.
Hi everybody.
Welcome back from Indy, Corey Bunch, who you weren't even here this week, so you're not even part of this yet. But yeah, Austin, I was pretty mad. But then Josh was like, "Hey, that was just the side draft gone wrong," because where you were, and I run triple monitors, I couldn't quite see. I could see your front bumper, but that's it. And then next thing I know, I was just doing a loop-de-loop, and thankfully no one, I don't know how nobody hit me, but no one did.
Yeah, I run a single 32-inch monitor. It's curved, but imagine my field of view is not as good as the triples are. And man, I was already mad because a couple of guys were battling so hard for 20th that it was stupid.
You mean all night?
Yeah. Well, I only experienced half of it, unfortunately, because after that incident, I went nose first into the fence, and that was it.
How'd you ended up back there in the first place? I didn't even remember how you got back there.
Well, I made a stupid mistake that I knew better and know how this car is. I was following too close to the Jordan booth and got tight off 4 and right front creamed the fence. So I only had like it was 46 seconds of damage. But I stayed and got it fixed, and then I ran 20th until 25 laps on the tires until you do anything.
I mean, I know you felt it too, but back there, and Joseph probably knows this as well. Actually, all of us probably do, except for Bunch, who wasn't here. That, like, when you're in the pack with this package, I felt like I couldn't go anywhere. I was just, like, stuck. And if you're trying to wait, okay, this person, they're driving hard, they're running the top consistently, they're going to burn their tires. And as we start getting to that point, and then someone decides they want to, wreck off pit road or just have a lazy spin down the back because they're wrecking for last. Whether or not they were wrecking actually for last or not, but that's not the point. But as soon as we start to move forward, those of us that save tires, it's like, oh well, everyone gets changed tires, and we're just stuck where we are again.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I had a decent car. I mean, I qualified second, I think 3 thousandths off a booth, and I feel like I had no pace for the first 20 laps on tires because we were all running the exact same lap time.
I will say though, after watching all that, Wheeler, that was your best chance to try to get the points lead since Whistle didn't show up, and you fucked it.
I know, I blew it, and I didn't even think about any of that. So that night, I'm laying in bed. I'm like, damn, Winslow wasn't even in that race. And neither were you. And I was like, man, that was my best chance to get 40 points. But, side job gone wrong.
Well, it's funny. I didn't even think about you and the points until the next day. Winslow put in our group chat. He goes, hey, I still have the points lead, and I didn't even have to show up. And I didn't even think about it until I went and looked. I was like, oh, well, I guess he's right. Because the only time you got to worry about him, we get to road courses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've seen in the past videos I've watched replays of y'all's races from last year and so far this year on the one road course you went on. It was definitely a Jordan Wenzel show.
I think the closest anyone was second was to him was me at Chicago, and I was like 52 seconds behind him.
Jesus.
He cooked Chicago. That was embarrassing.
I don't know. I know he runs a lot of GT things on iRacing, but I guess that's what it is. But like for me,
Booth had a shot.
Supercars.
Oh yeah, that too.
Didn't Booth have a shot at the Glen and then he blew it?
Oh yeah, he screwed up about with like 15 to go. He went way wide, and then Winslow was just 12 seconds up the road, and he couldn't catch him. Because at that point, Winslow was like, "All right, I'm just gonna, run track records the rest of the race." So there was that.
I don't remember Watkins Glen. I can't remember Watkins Glen in my point of view.
I know, because you died on lap 5 in the carousel.
I got wrecked in the second corner.
You Jeff Gordoned in the carousel is what you did, Corey.
Yeah, it was like the 4th lap or something like that, just running 4th.
Yeah.
The 5th lap running 4th, and I just fucking bend it, and then there goes Booth over in the on the iRacing chat. He goes, "Oh no!"
Yep. Only reason I remember is because Eric was right in front of me, and you did it, and Eric slowed down even though you were off to the side, and I was like, okay, and so I just went around him. And he's like, oh, thanks, Garrett. I was just slowing for Corey. I'm like, bro, he's off the track. Like, and then he couldn't get by me.
My Watkins Glen ended in the second corner. First lap. I got left hooked right into the fence at David Rudemond.
I was about to say, by your own volition, or who killed you?
Man, I don't remember who killed me. Because 2 people went off. Actually, I want to say it was Matt. I think it was Matt.
Really?
There's like 2 guys that went off wide, and I just was running the normal line. There was some dude on my inside. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to give him room. And then these guys start coming back up on the track. I'm like, hello? I'm like, I'm here. And next thing you know, I just fucking died. It was
Car there.
Bad. Oh, dude, I was pissed. Because I'm actually like, Watkins Glen's the one I run the most. So I feel like I'm half decent there.
I feel like most cup guys that like Watkins Glen is their favorite road course because it is kind of like fast sweeping turns except for the bus stop. So I mean, I like Watkins Glen as a road course. I would love it if we ran the boot. Honestly, I'd be all for
It's
it.
our home track. We got to be semi
Yeah,
decent.
right.
Oh yeah, I forgot you New Yorkers. Ugh. I mean, that's all you got really.
Damn right.
Well, we got dirt. That's about it.
Ah,
Just
yeah,
talking about
that's
that.
true. You do have a couple of really good dirt tracks up there. But let's see what else went on. Okay, after poor old Austin died, and I felt bad that you died in that because I thought you had survived, not realizing that you had killed the outside wall.
It was my fault that I killed the outside wall too, because I tend to run a lot more rear brake at mile and a half, stuff like that, or anything that's got a tight entry. And once I got into you, I stabbed the brakes like an idiot, and it just swung the car to the nose, and away I went.
Took off. Yeah,
Yep.
I run a bit more rear brake as well than most, so at mile and a half. But then we get to my next incident with our buddy down there, which wasn't really his fault because of what happened under caution, but I also took his name in vain as well
Oh no.
for for Corey. I'd see at first when it happened, Corey, I didn't know that you had ran into the back of Matt or whatever under caution. Like I didn't see it. Like Jordan and Matt had said something in our Discord, but I wasn't paying attention. And
I don't even know how that happened because I was a good, I don't know, probably 30 feet behind Matt, and we were under caution. I was rolling up to them, and I looked down. I looked down for something. I can't remember what I was doing, but I looked back up, and Matt was in my face, and I was like, "Son of a bitch! I just ruined a perfect race." I was doing really well. I had the lead right before that, and completely wrecked the aerodynamics of my car. And as soon as we took off, I was like, nope,
Yeah,
too tight. And I got right in front of you.
well, I'm on Corey's outside, and I'm throttling up, and because I mean I was stuck on the outside, wasn't much I could do, and I'm throttling up, and Corey's just keeps coming up, and I'm like, I can't get any higher, and then I hit the walls. But no, that was, I mean, again, that wasn't all your fault, really. I mean, it was just a racing deal. I mean, thankfully, it didn't damage me. Then I mean,
yeah. See, I was watching the broadcast when we was on our way back to the Airbnb Thursday night, just trying to keep up with what was going on. And I remember hearing about Ennis being in the top five or so, and then I think it was like after the stage or so, and he was just in the back, and I'm like, well, what the hell happened to Ennis? So for you to tell
Yeah.
me that kind of just tells me that I guess the broadcast missed it. Shocker.
Oh, completely.
If it was that something severe, but I will say this though: has Matt put a bounty on the driver of the '99 car yet, or have I not seen that yet?
well, he's talked about it. Again, whatever beef that like my teammates have with others, I have no beef with because they haven't wrecked me. So, he's got a beef with Tyler or whatever. That's fine. That's not my problem, as long as they don't
Yeah.
wreck me. I don't really think I have a beef, like a long-standing beef at the moment with anybody.
Are we
With me and
are
you.
we are we avoiding the Tony thing?
Nah, he can get over that. It's not my problem.
I was shocked to see that yesterday or the other day.
Nah, he just had to be butthurt for a minute. He'll get over it. I
Yeah, it's like when we
honestly,
said beginning of the year. Like I said, beginning of the year, anything that Tony does, we've got no part of. It's just he's doing his own thing. So as it shows in the from the season so far, where you have like all the FTM in the top 10 in points, and you have Tony that's 18th or 19th or something like that. So yeah, he's doing his own thing.
We love Tony.
Yeah, that was a moment I had, and I thought about. I'd had a really shitty day, and then I was like, you know what, whatever. I'm gonna go home, drink some, and watch the rest of the 600 and go to bed. And I forgot about it until you just brought it up. I honestly forgot about it. Like I don't really care. I would quote Travis here, but I feel like I would start another argument, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. Um, let's see.
No, go ahead.
No, do you want me to? See what I deal with.
Yeah, go ahead. Why not?
Corey is always the one here trying to get me started on something. Just to. No. You know what, Corey? I'm gonna take the high road. You cannot get me tonight.
Okay. That's fine. That's fair.
Maybe
I'll give you
later
that.
when I've had a couple shots. Where were you at, Joseph, on Thursday? I'm just curious. I didn't see you much.
I qualified 7th, I think. So I was like, oh, I actually have speed for once. And then I started trying to save tire, and everybody started rounding the outside. And I was just getting freight trained. I fell back to like 15th, just floated around there all night like I usually do. And then I was trying to be aggressive because I'm like, all right, people are crashing, some cars are getting out. I try to be aggressive on one restart, and I end up Reddicking myself. Fucking same thing Reddick did. Destroyed my car. I finally get the 3 minutes of damage fixed. And when Whitley and all them wrecked, Whitley like slid up the track and barely caught me, and I got another like minute and a half of damage. So I was like a parachute in the back, just fucking rolling around. I was not happy. I was so bored.
So I didn't. I know Jake was starting to catch me there at the end, me and Jerugerus. But when I got past Jake in that last run on the high side, I actually hit the wall and had toe link damage on the right front. Don't know how I did it. I hit it square, had a 0x, and then it just randomly goes, "You have toe link damage."
Thanks.
Again with the, I'm telling you, the damage model is not consistent. It's just not.
No, it's definitely not.
Not at all.
So I'm like, okay, cool.
Like,
I've got 16 laps to
I was
chase
just
the
gonna say,
leaders, and I have better tires than them, but thanks to right front damage, I will not have better tires than them by the time I get there. And sure enough, thankfully, Deritris killed his tires more than I did, and I was able to get on his outside in the last corner and get him for second, but I was not catching Lucas. There's just no way.
So let me ask you this, real quick, and I know you all probably ran. I know I didn't I'm not ran Charlotte for the past 2 years, but I'm just kind of just going off what Whitley was talking about. He was saying Aquario was extremely tight, and then that was the worst setup in all of Charlotte in the next gen car. How was it for you all?
That was terrible.
It was dumpster fire.
I hated it.
I thought
Fair enough.
I really thought that I had found something in like the first quarter of the race or whatever it was, and I was able to get to the throttle sooner than I thought most people in 1 and 2, and I was flying around like that second lane, and I got to the lead and realized I was absolutely killing my tires, and they just went right back by. So I was like, damn, I think I'm fast, and then tires fell off. So I don't know. It seemed too tight. I thought I was enjoying it until later on.
Yeah, mine was.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where you feel like you could just go, but you can't really go because you're having to like drive like it's an 87, one of the 87 Legends cars, just having to save the tires. So you're having just to pace yourself, and then that gets kind of boring.
Yeah.
And if you're not trying to save tires, you're saving fuel.
Right.
I was trying to save tire, and I was still burning my tire just like everybody else because it was so tight. And because when it's tight, I'm so bad because I'm so hard on the right front all the time. It doesn't matter what car it is. So I was just burning my shit up, and I'd be in that big pack because I was mid pack all night, and I'd be like, all right, I got a good run. I'm gonna try to pass, and as soon as I'd step out to pass and try to follow a car in front of me on the low side, they would move up to the high line, and I'd just get fucking freight trained, and then have to do it all back again the next time I got tires on it. So I was just burning my shit passing people, and then they would pass me back because I was trying too hard. It was just it was a crapshoot. That setup was crap.
Yeah, there really wasn't a great chance to save tire because you had to run so hard to keep where you were at.
Yeah, I wish I knew that in the first stage. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
me-
And I went from top 10 to like 20th in 3 laps. I'm like, oh, this ain't working.
Yeah, you try to take one corner easy and somebody's taking advantage.
Oh, I hate
I
it.
mean, I did a lot of I did quite a bit more testing, but it was like, okay, I got to basically sit in 5th gear, both ends, for the first 20 to 25 laps, and hope that people burn theirs off, which there were, if we had a long run, which we started to, until Shane decided to, kill himself off pit road at the end of it. I was like, okay, cool, my tires came in, but then it's like, as racers, as we see people racing us, even though we're trying to save tire, you're like, I want to race them, like I want to go, and you have to I had to keep telling myself, no, if you go, you're gonna be screwed, so you need to stay. And then I'm like, cool, I fall back like 4 or 5 spots, and I start to go forward, and then caution comes out because we're one wreck for 17th.
It was so weird because normally you can tell a difference in 10 laps of who's driving too hard and who's not. Tires will burn off faster than others. But this had no consequence for 20, 25 laps of guys going hard, and then it would take that much longer to finally start falling off.
And I know that, like, we run the 75% fuel load, but the weight, the car is different, so it doesn't burn the rears off as much when having a full fuel load, which obviously this has nothing to do with our league per se, but it's just how the setup is of that car. The fuel load does matter on the back end, but we couldn't get the rears to wear because there's no weight back there pushing on them to get that looseness that you would get eventually at the end of a run. Instead, we were, I had something and then it went away. It was
with that load, you're depending on all that load and tire building heat in it, and then and trade getting loose off. But when you start 25% lighter in the rear end, it doesn't happen as fast.
No, and you can't build tire pressure.
Yeah,
which is it
That's
is
why
what it
lap
is.
2 faster than lap 3. It's crazy.
The 1.5-mile package, and just in IRL too is, granted the race we saw last night, it felt like if you broke away, you got in clean air as William Byron did, you could get that kind of pull away. But if you got behind someone, and you watched, all of us watched it. God, the aero wash on the nose was so bad, especially in the corners, getting behind somebody, even if it was a lap car. I don't know. I don't know what else. We've all talked, I'm sure, that we're blue in the face about this package, that it needs more horsepower. Number 2, the aero package on it is not good because you just feel like you're stuck in a pack. I don't know. NASCAR just doesn't want to do anything about it, so here we are.
And they never do.
Probably never will, if
Yeah.
I'm being honest with you.
I'm not gonna lie, I did a little bit of testing at Nashville earlier, ran a few laps, and that is a very one-lane racetrack. So I'm not sure how optimal passing is gonna be this week either.
Don't remember how bad passing was last year in asphalt, and I don't think it was.
Oh,
I don't think it was
terrible.
good.
Pretty sure I died last year, so I
I
could
did die.
I remember
at night, too, so it's even more gripped up.
I died at. I didn't die in the trucks. I just got stuck on the wrong strategy. I died in Xfinity, and I think Cup I finished like 12th. It was like mid-pack.
I don't remember the cup race.
I remember us not. That we did have we had a long, like our last 70 something laps were green, because I remember we had green flag stops, and I screwed the pooch on that too.
I only remember the Xfinity race because I got intentionally wrecked under yellow. Because I was passing some dude. I made it 3 wide, and he came down, and I touched his left rear, and it got him loose, and then he came back down again trying to save it, and I got him again. So, like, made it big-ass wreck. And I typed sorry, and then he was, like, bumping me and shit under yellow. So I brake checked him, and the next time around, the next pace lap, he just full-ass dumped my shit.
How dare you, Joseph?
I nosed around the wall. No, that guy can go fuck himself, actually.
Is said
Usually I'm like,
is said person
usually I'm
still in
pretty,
the
like,
league?
nice about it. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it was the same kid I had to dump at Gateway last year in the trucks. I think Tony got
Name?
a front row seat to that. Might have been Nick Wing or something.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
oh.
I know he's the one. I know he's the one I dumped at Gateway.
Me and Corey know a Nick
Or
Wing.
IRP. That one.
Why don't you ask
Willie does too.
why don't you ask Michael Whitley about Nick Wing, see how he feels about him.
Oh Lord.
Especially at Charlotte in the trucks last year.
Well, it was
Oh,
Nick Wing and
God.
Nick Alves, dude. It was the two Nicks. Every time you got around them, you'd like fucking die.
Oh, welcome, Matt. Oh, I speaking. You want to talk about Nick Alves? Why don't you ask Matt about Nick Alves? See what his opinion is of him.
I know how Matt feels about Nick Alves.
Seeing as you kind of screwed Matt on a win at Vegas that Corey came in and swept on him.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Oh, and killed me at Indianapolis. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he freaking murdered me
Yeah.
with a terrible side draft. He's like, "What was your fault? You came up." I'm like, "Really?"
That's great. No,
raced
Jordan, I'm
Indy
not in the
last
hot
year?
tub. Yeah, he did. He raced at. He was at Indy.
Was it the road course or was it?
No,
No, we
It
raced
was
the
the
oval.
the Oval. Remember last year was
Why
the
do I-
first year it was back at the Oval.
I don't remember racing that. I forget how to race tracks because I forget they exist, and I race them every year.
You forget Indy exists.
I'm so used to the road course
Like how,
because the
of
other
all
league I was
places,
in
you
would
forget
skip
that
the
Indy
road course.
exists. Like,
Dude, I don't race Indy at all. Like I've maybe loaded up that track twice, and one time was for an Anthony Alfredo Twitch race.
well, I don't know what to
Oh, I
tell you then,
remember.
buddy.
That Jake got kicked out of.
I remember Andy, trying to pass Garrett when he was the last car in the lead lap, and he gave me the bottom, and I still couldn't pass on the bottom.
I gave you the bottom, and that was you couldn't pass me, and I was having throttle problems too. Because my pedal wouldn't go all the way down; it would only go to 85% throttle down the straights at Indy.
Yeah,
Saving a
still couldn't
ton of
pass you
gas.
on the bottom.
Yeah, and he still couldn't pass me on the bottom. Well, that was also that same Indy race that didn't it look like it was gonna hurricane like the first 50 laps or whatever. Like it was because it was so
yeah.
dark.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all I heard from Booth, who's in the chat, was going, "Oh, slot cars." And it was just slot cars for 40 laps. It felt like.
Yeah.
It was a lot better than racing at 4 a.m. at Charlotte last year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I know Wheeler wasn't here. If the rest of y'all remember that. Josh made an oopsie Wheeler last year in our Coca-Cola 300 that he set the sim time to like plus 4x instead of 2, and the race ended at sim time 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, jeez.
Track temp
Track
was
Cool as hell.
track temp was 68.
Wow.
You talk about slot cars and not being able to go anywhere. It was awful.
Like I say, you want a tire wear? Nope, you didn't have it last year.
Probably why I finished good.
Well, yeah, because we all ran in a line, literally like it was just a super speedway all over again. But oh man, let's see. Yeah, we got Nashville this week. Is all 3 series this week?
You bet.
Yep.
Okay, because I don't race Xfinity, so.
This should be the week I skip. I hate this track.
Oh, I'm going against Eric in the trucks in our summer bracket.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of summer bracket, that is so rigged for the Cup Series.
did they put it out? I haven't even looked at
Does
it.
that start this weekend or this
Yeah,
week
put it
for?
out the
I
other
thought it
day.
started in Atlanta.
June. It's very road course heavy, so
I'll say I haven't.
Yeah.
Does that start this week, Corey? Do we
yeah,
know, or is it
end of June.
end of June? Okay.
I thought it started. I thought it was like the end. Oh yeah, I was gonna say 'cause I don't think it started in Nashville. I thought it started like Atlanta, but I could be wrong.
Booth wants to know, Corey, if you're gonna mount his hat that he signed.
Oh yeah, I gotta get a one of those little glass cases. I'm gonna try to find one tomorrow, and I'm gonna just hang the hat on there with a mannequin wearing it. Yeah, I'm just gonna just put it up there.
That sounds right.
That's gonna be worth that. Gonna be worth some money right there.
I didn't even. What does our schedule look like for the summer? I hadn't even looked at it.
We got Nashville,
Sucks.
Michigan. I'm not sure what we're going to do for Mexico City though, since iRacing didn't scan.
Road America, I think Josh said.
Road,
Is that the
yeah,
alternative?
prefer Road America.
There's another Winsel win.
I'm so bad at road courses. I'm not looking forward to
Pocono,
any.
Atlanta, Chicago
You know-
Street, Sonoma, Dover, Indy. Okay, well, back-to-back road courses. That's gonna be fun.
Like I said,
See,
it's
here's
very,
the thing about it, guys. I mean, all you have to do, if you're starting next to Winslow, just overshoot turn one, take him out, and then that's it. It's all fair game at that point.
I'm just
I mean,
gonna
that's all
turn
we
off
gotta
his
do.
power.
See, I would say I could do that for amount of money, but there's a good chance that if I get anywhere close to him, I'll just over brake and lock him up and hit anybody anyways. So
As long as you hit him, who cares?
man.
Like you gotta hit
I'm not
him.
gonna,
I
I'm
always
not gonna
piss this
qualify
one
anywhere
corner.
near Wenzel.
Dude, I'll be lucky. I'm glad everybody shows up and I'm in a chartered car because I would definitely not qualify for Road America.
Here's what we gotta do, guys. We gotta get a slower lap car in the back and just say, hey, slip him like $25. Be like, here, just magically miss a corner when he's right there. I don't know who that be, but just like, hey, we'll give you a couple bonus points if you take him out, or at least slow him down.
We'll run open setups, and Wenzel run a fixed setup.
I don't think we'll still beat him. Like I don't see how. No, okay. We get to now. Here's an idea. We get to run the road course fixed setup of said road course. Jordan has to run Daytona setup.
That's more plausible.
We might have a shot.
Yeah, because I was gonna say too that I thought about the idea of just giving us like more horsepower and him to stay where he's at. He'd probably still beat us anyway because he have better corner speed than all of us. So I don't. Yeah, I'd say that's probably the better option there. Us have the fixed setup, and then he has the Daytona setup.
Dan Hughes is not in Cup, Jordan. We talked about this. He's in the lower series now after what he did to Josh at Talladega. Which,
Great move there, Dan.
hang on, I still got it. This will be Austin's introduced to all of our sound bites we have.
I didn't know Jordan was.
Yes.
Great move there, Dan.
As he took him out. Oh yeah, awesome. We have a lot of sound bites of us in here, thanks to Mr. Bunch down there. See, what's some of his favorites? I like that one. That's Winsel. Travis getting mad. That's a headset that he broke, by the way. Actually, not just any headset. That is an Oculus headset that he threw on the ground.
Dang.
And he went and bought a new one the next day. Oh. And we talk about Eric, Austin. I don't know if you've had any interactions with Eric. But if you want to listen to what a normal race with Eric would be, let's see. Let's start with this.
Gone. I can't drive this fucking thing. What the fuck?
Then we have
I think
this.
I heard
Come
you
here,
play
this
some
fucking piece
the
of
other
shit.
That
day.
sounds like our Discord the entire race.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking car. This fucking piece of shit. Fucking. God damn it. I'm about to fucking park this fucking piece of shit.
It's still
I
going.
Said that. I said that in the cup race.
It's still going.
You say that almost every cup race.
Bastard. Fucking dog water.
A normal
that's
race. A normal race with Eric is either he dies and then he just alt F4s. He's the king of Irish goodbyes. Or it's just that the rest of the time. I'm dog water. I'm gonna park this piece of shit.
I did learn something new about Eric though. On top of the fact that he hates driving the next gen car and he can't drive it, he sucks at changing tires.
Yeah, I
So,
saw
there's
y'all's
that.
little thing you guys did with the pit crew thing. What happened there?
Well, I asked Eric when we went over there at the museum Saturday. They had the little simulator to where you could go change the tires and fuel the car. I asked
Right.
Eric. I said, "Do you want to be the fueler?" He goes, "No, I want to change the tire." I said, "Okay." Tony already done grabbed the other tire, and I was like, "Well, fuck it. I guess the Hobbit's going to be the fueler. Throw that damn thing over my shoulder, just punch it in there, and hope for the best." Um, so yeah, we get ready to go. Timer starts. We're out doing the thing. I get done. I think Tony got done first with his tire. I got done fueling the car. And I think it was like 9 seconds to take to fuel the car. And I think we was ready to go. And there's Eric right there. He's like, "What the fuck?" he's like, "It's not flush." And I'm like, "Dude, just make it flush and push it in there." And it was like a 14-second tire change. And I was like, "Great, Eric, thanks a lot. You just cost us the race." So he was pretty slow on the tire change out there. So yeah, I was he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm not even good enough to be on Blaney's crew."
Damn.
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 Damn. Come on now, Eric. We can't be like that.
I mean, that
And
is how
then we
Blaze
go-
Crew operates.
Yeah, and then we went to do the iRacing simulator stuff, which some of them was motion. I thought that was pretty cool
Right.
with SimCube. So that was something that was different for me. And like I told Booth when we met up over there, we was talking about it. I said my problem was I had no sound. So here I was just kind of driving in blind essentially because I had no sound with the car. So I fucking bend it into the wall both times in my qualifying lap, so I couldn't get nothing in. Tony, I guess somehow hit the inside wall. I don't know how, but he bent it too, and I don't know how Eric did either. So I don't think none of us posted the time, but the motion simulators, that's pretty cool over there. I ain't gonna lie. It makes me want to get one now. But yeah. Eric can't drive next gen cars, and he can't change tires either. So we'll yeah.
That's For some reason I'm not surprised by that. I mean, I did the stuff at the NASCAR museum in Charlotte, and they had the iRacing simulator that you could do for Charlotte, whatever. When you get in there, they have, of course, pretty top tier sim equipment, but they have the force feedback and everything max to 100. And like I'm literally gripping the steering wheel both hands, and I'm struggling. And I'm like, it is not this difficult to hold this thing down in the corner. Like, you guys have just turned it up to 100.
Well, that's kind of maybe how you want to compare it to the stuff over at the Indianapolis Museum. I mean, granted, it was a SimCube equipment, but the moment I got in to go into turn one, I was like, "Oh fuck, this is heavier than what I've got." Because I think mine's 8 Newton meters on that DD Pro, and then that SimCube is probably pushing a good 12, 15, something like that. And
Yeah.
I'm sure they probably maxed it out as well.
Because mine's
But,
9.
Yeah, that fucking too.
Because mine was 9, and I was like, it is not this hard. And I'm like literally holding the wheel as hard as I can to turn left. And I mean, I still was in the top 12 times they had there that day. But yeah, they had the whole pit stop thing too.
I wish I could have just had the sound from my cockpit. That way I'd be able to hear the car and stuff, because that's how I can really judge if I need to lift or go flat out. But I didn't, and I crashed. Because I think over there a 39.7 was the fastest time that they had on their leaderboard, and I'm thinking I could probably get close to that. And then couldn't post a lap. So I was disappointing, but yeah. So at least I made more laps than Scott McLaughlin. So there's that.
Oof.
Oh man, I know Eric was probably really mad.
The guy I
Well,
was
dude, they
standing
first
next to
showed
was
Scott on the. Oh, I was just gonna say like with the when they showed Scott on the jumbotron there, I just saw Eric. He just stands up and he just throws his hands up. He's like, "What the fuck happened?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "That's Scott." It's like, "Oh god!" And then they showed the replay and he just lost it. I'm like, "Oh no!" I was like, "That's gotta like suck the worst to be able to have all that prep for a month and then you wreck it and not even be able to take the green flag." I mean, I honestly I do kind of feel bad for
I mean,
Scotty Mac.
y'all were physically there, but was the track really ready for racing? You think?
I mean, well, we went to the a bar after the race. Go figure. And they showed the replay of the race, and you could see like the wet spots on the camera, which, from where we were sitting at, it looked dry from the front stretch. But I know people were talking about like, well, it was raining in the back stretch or raining in turn two, that kind of deal. So we couldn't really see the dampness on the track, but somehow, and the cameras like on the Foxes, I mean, they you could see it from the edges of the wall where it was kind of damp, but we couldn't see it physically. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you. I was just curious because I did see comments on Twitter that there was a lot of people saying that the track wasn't ready, like they didn't think it was ready for racing or whatnot, and I think some of the wrecks kind of proved it at the beginning. But
Yeah.
That was
you
the
know,
first thing I thought when that happened to Scott, because it was like, I mean, we were out there for a good 2 hours, and it was sprinkling damn near the whole time where I was near turn four, and it seemed like they put the dryer trucks around what, like 2 3 times maybe, and then they just fired it up.
yeah, something. I, I didn't get to watch much of it live. I saw the highlights, but I kept up with it while I was at work, and I don't know. It's something. I didn't think it was ready, but what can you do? And then here we go. Our guy that's been dominating, we let him win again. So
Yeah, that was a buzzkill for me being the witness of that. But it can't be no worse than seeing Joey Logano win a championship at Phoenix in 2022. So there's that. There could be worse events to witness live.
yeah, uh, I would. I'd have to agree. Watching Denny Hamlin win, I had to watch one of those before live. That was a
Thank
lot of.
God I have not done that.
Yep, that was a lot of fun. Not.
It seems like every race I go to, Ryan
Keselowski.
Blaney wins. So
Damn right. You should go to every race.
Well, I know a race he didn't win because Daniel Suarez made sure he didn't.
Yeah.
Mm.
Awesome. One less diecast for me to get, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, as expensive as they are right now, I think you're saving some cash there, bud.
I don't give a hell. Dude, I was telling my friends,
Um,
they asked me, how much money do you have in diecast? And I don't really have that many diecast, but I have almost $1,500.
I don't have that many diecasts, but I have 1,500 in it.
But they're like $100 a pop, I got like 15 of them.
Ask
Yeah.
Eric how much money he has in diecast.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, dude, he has a whole, he could probably buy a house with how many diecast he had.
Do you know about this, Austin?
I don't know exactly how bad the addiction is, but I've seen some pictures.
It's more than those pictures, times those pictures by about 20 that you've seen.
that's essentially his retirement fund.
His entire parents' basement, mind you, not where he lives, it's his parents' basement, is nothing but diecasts. I would say ballparking, 20 grand, Corey, you think? Somewhere in there? Probably not more.
Oh, probably a little bit more.
Probably 30,
I'd say probably a bit more.
closer to 30.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, about 30
That's
grand.
actually that's insane.
He has a problem.
That's an expensive hobby.
I mean, it's better than crack, I suppose.
I mean, have you had crack?
Hell, I ended up, I ended up spending over $600 in just 3 diecasts. Two of them was my mom's diecast related, so that
What'd
was
you
how my
buy?
weekend was. I bought the Toyota GT1, which I think won the '98 Le Mans 24 Hours of Le Mans,
Oh yeah,
and I
yeah, yeah,
bought the
yeah, yeah.
Mazda 787D as well. So that was I was like, Eric kind of calmed me into it. He's like, dude, you'll never see those again if you don't buy right now. I was like, yeah, you're right. So here you go, $135 for one, and then there was 150 for another, and then not to mention I bought the New Garden race version car that he won last year with because I
Oh, the
wanted to
cheap
at
one?
least get that diecast because it worked. Allegedly the cheap one, yeah, yeah.
They
Yeah.
came out and said it.
No shit, no shit. Like when I bought that car from the memorabilia, there was someone that came up next to me and was like, "Hey, you gonna take that car out and check out the acculator or whatever it's called?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to seal it up and make it look good." And he didn't like that comment all that well. So
Hey, I'm just saying, you ain't cheating. You ain't trying.
yeah, and then look what happened. Post race. All three of those cars getting disqualified from two from Andretti and the one for Prima. And I'm like, hmm. And then you have Winsor right there, and he's like, "Oh, they gotta have disqualify somebody that way it doesn't make Penske look bad." And I'm like, "Okay, that's bait." Because everybody's tried stuff. It's just the fact that who's getting caught and who's not.
Who got caught first?
I mean, yeah, exactly. But I mean,
Because God help if we have
I'm surprised that
innovation.
yeah, I think my thing is that if it was any other team, nobody would bat an eye. It's just the fact that it's just Penske team. That's all it is. Like if it was Hendrick or any like the Arrow McLaren, nobody would bat an eye, not one bit. That's just, I will die on that hill. It's just because it's Penske, because he owns the series, owns the team, all that, and yeah, people was getting all butthurt about it. Which I mean, don't get me wrong, they regardless they modified a part, went by the rules. I mean, that I can understand that, yeah, but still, it's I still stand by what I say.
Hey, I vividly remember a Hendrick car failing inspection and a Penske car getting in the championship and then winning it. So,
Huh. Interesting.
Huh. I wonder what's going on there.
Hmm.
Little sus. A little sus there, I think.
Oh, don't say that because you had the fucking Martinsville fiasco with Chevy.
Oh. Race manipulation.
They literally doing it in person on track, and I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck is this?
I'm
But
just...
I didn't care because Blaney won, and he was in the championship hunt anyways.
I'm
And
just
if
confused
you
why...
could pass in these next gen cars,
You
Blaney
can't.
would be a back-to-back champion. Just to let you guys fucking
Yeah.
know, okay? Fucking air blocking, Jesus. It's so dumb. I hate watching the next gen car. Big poof of air just knocks you back 4 car lengths.
I know it's just
You hit any
yeah.
type of
I
air
don't know if
pocket, it's like a parachute.
I don't know if it's bad to drive it versus watching it or both.
Oh, I just
Both.
hate when Larson gets out front because that motherfucker's impenetrable. That shit. Boy's
I'd
got
be
a
pissed
dome
if I was
shield.
driving that.
He's got a dome shield around his car when he's a leader. I hate it.
You hate it or you hate him?
Both.
Both.
Why you hate him so much?
I hate Larson, dude. He's
Why?
a little prick. I do.
Why? What did he do?
It's more the dirt aspect.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
I watched a lot when he was in dirt, and he's a cocky. I mean, he's
He
definitely
won,
the best
didn't he?
driver in the world.
Well,
See,
He
there's
is.
that
He's
best
a little
driver in the
cocky.
world comment. That is the stupidest thing. First of all, he never fucking said that, and I'm not even a Larson fan. But I'm tired of people saying it because they'll be like, "Oh, he's best driver in the world." He didn't say that. He said he's the most versatile
he is.
driver. No, he said
I
he's
think
the most
he-
versatile driver.
Which is a fact. He drives
Yeah.
everything.
You think Max Verstappen's going to go jump in a dirt car and win the Chili Bowl?
I had this debate with Jake last night because he's a delusional Max fan.
Uh-oh.
And I told him, like, Max will never go and come and win, like, the Chili Bowl or any dirt. I don't think Max would even get in a sprint car.
Only two of the current F1 drivers said that they would attempt to run an Indy 500. Two of them. One of them's already done it once, and the other one was like, yeah, I'd like to try it. The rest of them are like, no. No. Number one, they said the speed. Number two is the length of race. None of them F1 drivers are used to a race that are over 2 hours. You kidding me? 3-something hours at Indy at that speed? No.
That's why it makes me mad that Daniel Ricciardo will never come and race NASCAR. Because I would love for him to hop in that Project 91. Dude, you know how much? Dude, I'd buy every shirt, every diecast.
Kimmy did it. Kimmy did pretty well. Granted, it's a road course, but
Yeah.
it was a road course,
Dude,
but he did it back
I
in the day, though, too.
lap at Glenn. Yeah, the water bottle shit, dude.
Yeah.
I need more water, dude. That shit's so funny. We got on this topic last time, and we ended up watching Kimi Räikkönen fucking radio compilation on YouTube.
Oh, it was hilarious.
It's so good.
I loved him.
Someone was selling a shirt that said "Leave me alone, I know what I'm doing," like written on the front of it. I thought about buying it, but I didn't.
You should have.
Yeah, for real.
I know that'd have been hilarious.
You wanna add anything to any of this, Austin? As you just been kind of sit here listening to us.
I've had some thoughts here and there, but to think about outsiders coming to NASCAR, I mean, why would you want to jump in the Cup car when you get 20 minutes of practice, and then you get thrown to the wolves?
Oh my God, that's good. Fuck it.
Right?
What is the reason? And I have yet to find like a
COVID.
valid reason why they only have like 20 minutes of practice anymore. Like not at least an
Pretty much.
hour.
It's money and lack of TV time, I think, is mainly the main
Pretty
thing.
much.
I thought the argument was just saving money.
Well,
Okay.
it was COVID, and they realized how good and how much money they could make by making everything so much shorter, not putting much effort into it. So they're like,
Okay, but we have all these streaming services now. So just say practice and whatnot will be on this service, and then the race will be whatever. But like, I don't understand, like, because like teams are begging, please let us have more practice time. Because half the time they're not figuring out, wow, my car is actually doing this until they're like 100 laps into the race. Stuff they'd figured out in practice.
Yeah, I miss happy hour and Friday practice, Saturday practice, all that's gone now.
And I'm like, you don't even have to have them like 2 hours. Give them an hour. Like, you could figure out a lot about your race car in an hour. But NASCAR's like, nope, we're the France family, and then we just gonna control everything because we're assholes.
I feel like it would benefit a lot of the smaller teams to, being that they don't always have all the tools that like Hendrick, Penske, and Gibbs have. They could learn a lot more about their car in an hour of practice.
Well, yeah, okay. Ross's case in point, he wrecked the car, and then they literally went to their shop and fixed it. A lot of small teams can't do that because they don't have all the equipment and whatnot to do that, just to stay at their shop next to the track for till 2:30 in the morning, which props to those guys, by the way. But, again, and some of their, a lot of the equipment they get are from outside sources, so they don't know what it's going to do. In 20 minutes of practice, what's that going to tell them? Nothing.
Especially you go out first round and the track's green and it's got other rubber from other cars on it, and it takes until the last 5 minutes of practice for it to actually feel right.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I know we've talked about it. I'm sure we've all heard Dale Jr. talk about it in a bunch of other podcasts. Kevin Harvick's talked about it. And I don't understand, like, NASCAR's whole premise of not wanting to do it. And every time anyone brings it up to any type of representative of NASCAR, we get some bullshit answer It's like, well, we just don't feel like it really help anybody, or I'm like, nah, dude, just tell us why. If it's because of money, then say it. Grow a pair and tell us.
Yeah, I'm not a Denny Hamlin fan, but I do listen to his podcast every week, and he says the same thing. It's they keep making these excuses or giving no answers, and he talks about how NASCAR fans are way more involved and in tune than a lot of other sports fans are, and we can see through the red tape. So it's just gonna piss all the fans off.
Well, just like all the F1 fans got mad about Monaco. That track
That race is so boring.
That track shouldn't be on it. I'm just saying, fuck the rich people.
No, it's so garbage.
Which I don't think many people in here are F1 fans as I am, and I'm probably Joseph, but it's just, first of all, it's the largest boat race because all the cars are boats in F1 now. I mean, they're as wide as the next gen cars, if not wider. And it's insane. And you're going to race like down a side street that I'm sure some of us might live on. That's as wide as the track is. Come on. You might as well just flood Monaco and race the yachts in the bay. I'm just saying.
Pretty much. Damn, I'm dying.
And they're like, "Oh, we'll just give them make them do another extra pit stop. That'll help." Nope, it didn't. The top 10 were almost virtually the same. And then you had Mercedes who were just like, "We're just not gonna pit." For some reason.
Right, dude? I was just waiting for like George coming. I'm like, okay, George. I'm like, anytime now. And nope, I don't think he ever pitted. I took my normal F1 nap too, and I woke up and they still didn't pit. I'm like, all right, dude.
Yeah, it's
F1's so boring. It really is. And anytime they have an excitement, they're like, "You pushed me off the track." It's like, dude, just race, dog. Shit.
Meanwhile, in NASCAR, you got send someone through the grass like it's normal.
Daniel Suarez on there.
Car there.
You don't know.
I don't think he's gonna have a ride next year, personally.
He'll get re-signed for next year, and then when Connor Zilic finally does something in Xfinity, he'll move up there because he's already a trackhouse driver. He's just a placeholder like Riley Herbst is. That motherfucker, I don't know how, dude.
Corey Heim deserves that spot over Riley Herbst.
100%.
I'm sure he'll be on there next year.
He doesn't have the sponsor. He has Safe
Flight.
Flight.
2311 next year anyway.
Is he?
Are they gonna get that fourth?
What's he taking, the 67, or is it a fourth
take
car?
Herbst's car. He'll take Herbst's car. He'll have to. Herbst is so garbage. He's like Colt Custer, dude.
Like Ty Gibbs.
It kind of reminds me. It's kind of reminds me of how Daniel Hemrick ran the 8 before Reddick got into it that one year. If you remember that, 2021 was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Because it was still the Gen 6 car.
Yeah. Because then I think because then Reddick took it in 22 when they first went to next gen, and then in 23 he went to 2311 in the 45. I'm pretty certain. I could be wrong on that timeline. I just remember Reddick being in the next gen at Bristol Dirt in the 8 car.
Yep, and wrecking.
Yeah, because 23 is when he first got into the car, because that was when Kurt Busch had that concussion in 22, and then Gibbs failed in that seat for the rest of that year.
Right. Okay, I forget that the next gen has been around since 22. I forget about it.
Mm-hmm. And the one thing we really changed to it is the tires.
They just need to blow it up and make a new one.
I mean,
I do. I hate the next gen car. I think it's terrible.
The car's got potential. They need to change how the downforce is made, and then change the package a little bit as far as horsepower goes. And if they can get rid of the 5th gear, that'd be even better.
Get rid of the whole steel underbody, the flat surface underbody. All that's got to go. Go back to the thinner tires, more horsepower. I'll be happy.
Probably more than one lug nut would work too.
No, I feel like I like the kind of the underbody thing just because of the downforce it gives. The diffuser needs to go. That needs to go whoosh, out the door, please.
The whole bottom of the
Um,
car. The whole thing's got to go.
I mean, I don't mind it in a way because it creates more ground effect, but I just feel like the car. First of all, it's wide, too wide. It is a boat, but I mean, okay, you take the current car, take the diffuser off, give it 900 horses, and let's just see who can hold it down. Just, I mean, it's just my thoughts.
You'd have a lot more tire wear.
Exactly.
Be
Because
a real
that
show.
tire should be able to hold it, theoretically. Now, maybe not. We won't have as long of runs where the tire will actually die off more. But you're gonna have to drive the car more with the throttle again, as opposed to just drive it in deep and it'll for some reason stick.
Yeah, even for tire wear, they complain about it all the time, and they say it's more tire temp than it is wear. Well, if you're fighting spinning them to get all that horsepower, that's going to add tire temp there and make fall off happen sooner.
Well, another thing with these wheels, like the way these guys are making speed is dropping all the air pressures, but now you got this low profile tire on an 18-inch wheel, and they're slamming the bumps. Like, obviously, you're gonna have blowouts.
Right.
Yeah, the roadblock's got to go. We need some travel in these cars.
I don't know. There's a lot of things they could do to make things, I think, like quality of life for the cars better. But it's almost like NASCAR doesn't want to do it because I feel like if they do it, they're admitting that they're wrong. You know?
Is quality of life better?
Not for the drivers. At least,
Dude, I was watching Denny Hamlin's camera last night. He's bouncing. Could you imagine like that for 600 miles? That car is so stiff.
I know that one of them on Twitter said last night that it's like the 600 is like one of the races, obviously because of length too, but where they're the most sore just because of the ride at Charlotte, because of the bumps and everything. I mean, and that car is stiff as a board.
I just drove from Indy to New York in a family sedan, and I'm sore. I could only imagine what that's like.
Right? I mean, I ran an open 600 Friday night, and granted, I got murdered by somebody on lap 350, but I'm just sitting here in this chair, and I'm like, God, this is painful. And even after like a 300 laps, I'm like starting to lose concentration. I'm like, I can't imagine what's like in the car. You know, you're 300 laps in and you've been stuck in that car for 3 hours. And
that's how you end up running into somebody under caution.
I mean, I didn't do it, so it wasn't me.
Sorry, Matt.
I take something else, something that I couldn't do personally. I freely admit I couldn't do it. I mean, I'm sure if we all trained like they do, we probably could, but that's a lot for me.
I am so interested to see like what it actually feels like when you actually get your seat formed and you're just in there. Like, I want to know what that feels like.
Well, yeah, because all their seats are custom. You know, I mean, it literally fits them like a glove.
Right.
So it's got to be, for the most part, comfortable because it's custom fit to that specific driver. But still, sitting in the same spot for 5 hours, going 180 mile an hour.
Slamming your head against the headrest.
Which, Letarte brought that up a lot. It's like, watch Denny's head and it's just doing this, as he's going through the corners. And I also want to mention, great broadcast from them. Loved the Prime broadcast. That was
so good.
A real broadcast. I enjoyed it.
I'm mad the way they raced.
Sorry,
The,
go ahead.
like I was too upset with how the race ended because obviously I was rooting for Byron, but I just shut it off after, and then found out later on that there was like a full on post race coverage, and I'm kind of mad that I missed it.
Oh yeah, where Letarte and Junior like chugged like a whole beer. Like, well, I don't know if Letarte did, but they were sharing a beer with Ross because of Bush, I assume. And
That's awesome.
Junior took it, and he just like tipped it up. I'm like, oh, Junior going the whole bit. Like, he's like, I've been here for 12 hours. I'm gonna have me a drink. That was great. I don't. Wenzel said they didn't save a VOD of it where you could go back and watch it, which is kind of sad. But that was
Well, there was
cool.
someone
I'm
up.
sure it's on Twitter and YouTube
Oh, it's
somewhere.
somewhere.
Yeah, well, that was going to be. I was going to say too is like I thought that somebody posted something about if you went to the prime thing of the race, the same section where you watch the replay, there's something next to it where it says the post race, where they had that recorded as well. So I don't know exactly where that would be at, but apparently that's on there too now, unless they just didn't put it there at first and they put it in there later on. But that was what I saw on Twitter on my way back home today.
They may have. I remember I just happened to catch it as they went on to it because I thought that they were just going to do like the after interviews after the race was over and that was it. And then I left it on, left my room, came back, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, okay, they're going to do something else. So I watched that, which was a lot more enjoyable than anything Fox has put on, at least for Cup.
Which, by the way, I just got to look at the poll for Jeff Gluck. 90% it was a good race, and somebody mentioned that a good broadcast goes a long way. Which, keep in mind, everyone's all like, "Yeah, Prime did an awesome job," and I'm like, "Well, that's NBC's crew, but it's just on Prime is all it is. Where Prime they could just go for another. They've got no time limit compared to like what the networks and all that shit does. But yeah,
Right.
essentially it's the NBC crew, but still that was still an awesome race coverage from what I saw.
I enjoyed it. Like, one of the few times I actually had the volume on when I watched the
Yeah,
race.
it's actually refreshing too, not having to watch those goddamn characters on the drivers on Fox. Fucking dumb as shit I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. God, I wish I'd get rid of it.
Hey, well, you were at Indy, so you got to listen to the GOAT.
Oh, Alan Bestwick, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's my GOAT right there.
Legend.
Yeah,
That
yes.
that is the man. Bring me back to NASCAR heat, baby. Like
Yeah,
that's my
yeah.
dude.
I think this year was the first year Race Electronics came to Indy because I was actually able to use my headset to listen to all the drivers,
Mm-hmm.
and then also I had it on the IndyCar PA or the the PA sound stuff to where I could be able to hear Alan. That was refreshing to be able to hear the greatest of all time right there. You can only do it once a year, and it's right there in Indianapolis. So
I mean, the old NBC with him, or no, he was on ESPN. Then it was him, Wally Dallenbach, and Biddy Parsons.
I
Like,
think he was wasn't he on TNT?
yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
When they switched that, I remember when they did TNT for a while, and those were like those were my guys. I mean, Wally was okay, but Alan Bestwick and Biddy Parsons were great.
We could tolerate Wally. We could
Yeah,
tolerate him.
he was just kind of there. He had some good insights on occasion, but Alan Bestwick was he's my goat for broadcasting, at least for NASCAR.
Oh yeah.
I think that Mike Joy needs to retire. He's about done. Need to. Harvick's okay, but I'm like, brother, like speak up, speak up a bit here. Like we can't hear you in the back. And then Boyer just needs to shut up. He just needs to go away.
Boyer's been struggling for a couple weeks now, getting people's names wrong and shit.
He's
I loved it.
At first, he was like supposed to be the comedic, I guess, person, like, taking DW's place, but it got so bad. I'm like, Boyer, be quiet. Like, just nobody wants to hear you, man. Like, and then he'd say someone's name. Oh, that's not that person. Actually, it's this person. And then he'd go, oh, these people wrecked. And then you look again. And you go, nope, it wasn't them. It was actually these two people. I'm like, are you watching the same race? Like, are we
And there's
watching?
only so many times that Boyer and Harvick can go back to back about being old.
Oh, and
We get it.
When we were in the car, cool. You're not in the car right now. Like, tell us what's going on in front of you. Thank you. Like, by the way, if we watched the broadcast, did anybody catch how Dale Jr. kept saying Noah Gregson's name?
Braxton.
Gregson.
Braxton.
There's
Boy, he
Gregson.
drove for you.
I'm like, damn, Dale, you gonna drag it out? Like, his name is Gregson. Gregson.
I love Dale. I missed him in the booth.
Yeah, I could listen to him broadcast every race.
And he
for the rest of
didn't
my life.
say slide job loud enough. He's like, oh,
I was-
looks like he's gonna do a slide job. Like, no, slide job.
Oh, I love when they were doing the. Dale had that incident trying to look over. I think it was during the Blaney wreck. I think. Maybe Swartz's car or Briscoe's car. They're looking after it, and they were like, "Dale, you'd make a terrible crew chief." He goes, "I'm getting to it. I'm getting to that right side of that car." Some shit, dude. It was so funny. I was losing my shit, and then he got somebody's number wrong like 3 times. He goes, "Oh, sorry, wrong number." He goes, "It's the blah blah blah." He goes, "Oh, wait, that's wrong too." I'm like, Dale, shut
Yeah,
up, dog.
I'm pretty sure he called Byron the 20 car at one point.
Probably.
Do want
I
to
just
point
love
out
Dale.
if they mentioned one more time that Byron got the contract extension, I was about to shit. They like keep saying, "Well, so he's living up to his contract extension." I'm like, "What the fuck are y'all on about?" Like,
Did you know that he signed till 2029?
no, I didn't. That's news. We got to
there
tell
you go.
people about it. I mean, and Kyle Busch signing the one, I knew he was going to sign just one year, and just he's probably doing it just to see how it goes. I don't think he would sign a multi-year.
And then if it don't go good, then he'll probably just retire from that.
Yeah, I bet he's got some exit clauses in there somewhere.
Ooh, how about Carson Hocevar?
It fucking blew up.
Dude.
I love the fact that you could
the
hear
way
that.
they said it on air. I was like, oh my god.
Well, I listened to his onboard, and his spotter's just like, "Front tire rub, get ready, guys." He goes, "All right," and then he starts spinning. He goes, "Fire it up when you get the chance." He goes, "It fucking blew up." It's like the spotter was just like neglecting to hear him say it blew up like the 4 times he said it before.
Did they ever clarify what that was? Did he miss shift or something?
No, he was shifted
I
up
ain't
in the
said
5th,
nothing.
and the thing just dropped on its face.
I've never
That's insane,
seen
dude.
it blow up going through the gears like that.
No, dude, and that's a Hendrick motor too. Like that would never happen.
Well, that's why it's in a Spire car, because it would.
Yeah,
happen.
well then go figure. While Ross is chasing down William, they're like, "Is Ross thinking about Carson's car blew up? Like, could that be his engine next?" I'm like, "No, he's not thinking about that."
Hit
Like,
the
wait,
detonator.
like, what do you
Ross
mean?
thinking about watermelons, dude. That boy's going for the win.
Like, what do you mean? Is he thinking about that? Like, I felt bad for Carson because he was up there just about all night. Like, he worked his way
All
from the
night.
back, and
He's due. He's gonna win for sure.
how about the RFK guys getting some good finishes this weekend? Two in the top 10, especially poor
Where'd
Brad K.
finish? Like
Sixth.
Sixth?
Yeah,
Yeah, not bad.
and no, I think did he finish 6th or 4th?
I think sixth.
Because I know
Fifth.
Priest
You
was
got-
8th, I think.
Oh wow, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
It's always good.
The
when Priest
Toyotas
does
were
it.
stressing me out all night, man. When John Hunter and what's his name were up there.
No, Austin was right.
Eric Jones.
Brad K finished 5th, and Priest finished 9th.
Where'd the legacy cars
Yeah.
finish?
Probably not good because John Hunter decided he wanted to die.
Jones
Yeah, like-
in 13th. Let me scroll further.
Oh, okay. Well, they were doing
Nemechek,
good in the middle of the race.
27th.
Well, John Hunter, I think he broke a toe link because he hit the wall.
Jimmy Johnson in the back.
Yeah, poor Jimmy, dude.
Yeah, that sucks.
He always wrecks. He always wrecks. I put him in my fantasy lineup, and then I took him out because I'm like, that motherfucker ain't finishing the race.
Did you mention who else you took out of your lineup?
That was Jake. Took out Ross.
Oh, Jake had Ross Chastain in his lineup. Took him out
Dude,
after he found out he
My
was going to a backup
mom,
car.
my mom won the fantasy this week because she put Ross in.
Damn, you
I
guys
was
suck.
pissed. Dude, my
Oh,
mom is
man.
insane at NASCAR fantasy, dude. She's insane at it. I had to beat her in the finals last year. You know how embarrassing that would have been if I lost to my mom?
It's got to be luck, right? It's got to be luck.
You would think so, but it's, dude, she does it every week. She's in the top 3.
She's secretly like some sort of like
She's
NASCAR
good at it.
insider and just not telling
Oh my
you guys.
God. I don't understand it. But then you watch the race with her, and she just doesn't know what's going on half the time.
Who's she? Is she a Busher fan?
She is a Busher fan. We got the... Because she went with us at Watkins Glen, and she watched me win
Yeah,
last
and
year.
he won. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was cool.
we got her for Christmas, I think, or her birthday. We got the right front bumper off that car.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She has it hanging up in her office.
Did you get the diecast?
No, maybe. I don't know.
That was such a good race, man.
Right. But she was a Kurt Busch fan, and we got a diecast of, I think, his last win. Not the 45 car, the one car at Kentucky or whatever.
Oh, when he beat Kyle,
No,
Yeah.
the monster car. Yeah.
Yeah, the monster Chip Ganassi car. Yeah.
the one good race Kentucky had.
Right, but I love.
That's the only one I remember, to be honest.
Damn right.
People want that track to come back, and I'm like, why? The track was so boring.
I need Chicagoland back.
Get rid of a Texas race and give me Chicago back.
Yes.
I'd love that.
Get rid of both Texas races. Blow that track up.
Well, no, I like it.
Biz Chase won.
No, because I won.
Well, William took back over the points lead. Seeing as the winner last night scored 50 points and William scored 65 for the race.
That's nuts.
It's not even close. So, William, Larson, Bell, Elliott, and Tyler Reddick are your top 5. Blaney is still somehow in 7th. And Ross moves to 8th now.
AJ Allmendinger, dude, he went from like 20-something to 17th in points. He finished 4th last night.
Where's Chase now?
He is 4th. 84 back.
That's wild to me, dude.
Mr. Consistent, man.
Not a single win, but top 5 in points.
I mean, he's got 3 top 5s and 7 top 10s in 13
Dude, he
races.
just shows up. He just shows up at the end. He starts like 20th every fucking week, and then he ends up top 10, top 5.
He's like George Russell. Shows up, does nothing, P3. Except for Monaco.
Right? Holy shit, that was honestly, what a great comparison.
the best
Pass the ball,
memes,
George.
the best memes I've seen, Joseph, is they make George Woody from Toy Story. They just have a picture of him in the race suit.
Yeah.
He said the meme this week was shows up, does nothing, drive through penalty.
Right.
Damn.
They're so good. I seen the NASCAR memes this week, and dude, they were like all about Larson. They're so good. Jesus.
You know, half of them NASCAR fans that like
I don't want to
hate,
see them. I'm
like,
still depressed about it.
that
that
hate
shit was funny
Larson. I just want to point out, and I went on a bit of a rant in our group chat before. Corey can tell you. I was like, these people, like, they said that, like, at one point Dale was, like, the best driver. I'm like, you don't think Dale Earnhardt fucked up, like, a lot? Or fucked people over? No. Dale didn't
See,
race
I root
dirt.
for Larson when he's not doing dirt or NASCAR. So when he had his incident on Sunday, I was absolutely pissed because he always has shifting issues. Because he did it last year on the restart, and then he did it in pit road,
And then he stalled.
and then he stalled, and then this year he downshifts in the middle of the corner. I don't know. Honestly, it might have been karma for him calling Scott McLaughlin an idiot.
Oh, dude, I saw that today. I
Dude,
was like,
I
oh
saw that. I'm like,
no.
oh fuck, dude. He McLaughlin, he retweeted it, and he goes, "I guess I'm not in the list for best driver in the world, huh?"
No,
Like,
because you
no
wrecked on
way,
the pace lap, you fuck.
dude. So I
Hey,
felt
but
so bad, dude.
listen, but listen to this though. He gained 3 positions by not even taking the green flag, so
Right?
that's impressive.
Like, how
Then you
the
got
fuck does
Marco
that work?
Andretti.
That's actually
Oh, the 3
hilarious.
cars that got disqualified. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's good that Ericsson, is it Ericsson? XF1 driver.
Marcus?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't win because dude, he got disqualified.
Yeah. That'd have been
Ooh.
something.
So that means that Lucas kid or whatever his
Yeah,
fucking
David
name is.
Malukas finished
Yeah, he got
second.
second. 'Cause I was rooting for Connor Daly because I'm dumb.
Dude, you should have heard the
Oh,
crowd when he crashed.
that place would have exploded if he
Oh
if
my
he would have
god,
won.
he was running second right behind Hunter Ray, and I'm like,
Dude,
can they do it? And I'm like, I was getting nervous, and then the whole pit thing happened. I'm like, oh well, never mind. Like, I'm gonna go sleep.
So where we sat at, we was right there across from Hunter Ray's pit stop. So we was just waiting for him just to go and get his fuel stuff, and then he stalled it. We're like, oh no! And them trying to like
who's
get
the
it
one that
fired up and stuff. Yeah.
who's the one that caught on fire?
Alexander
Rossi.
Rossi, dude. I was
Yeah,
playing.
dude.
I was playing a game on my PlayStation. I looked over and I seen him on fire. I'm like, oh, somebody's on
Oh!
fire.
Oh!
Of
Yeah,
course,
and
that'd
you
be
saw
him.
Rossi when he got out of the car too. He was pissed, and then
Oh,
he
dude.
just threw his
Oh
gloves and
yeah.
all that. I felt bad.
Yeah, because then was it Hunter Ray that stalled it, and then it just wouldn't fire back up.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
they stalled it right there, and they like because I listened to his radio and they mentioned about like where is it the hybrid, and then he tried to tell his crew to quit rocking the fucking car and just trying to get it going, and then finally they was just like, we're done. We got no fuel pressure. Kyle probably made the same thing that happened to New Garden, just had no fuel pressure, and then just they had to retire it.
I was pissed that he he worked his ass off to get up there, and then that cost him. 'Cause honestly, he probably could have won the thing
Yeah.
because I have to root for every Joseph. So.
Yeah, that's fair. Even though it's spelled a little differently.
Yeah, I wish my name was spelled like that. That's badass.
Yeah.
Call me Joseph Oldgarden.
Yeah.
Old Garden.
Young Garden, I don't know. He already has new, so.
Yeah. There was someone a while back was like, how did you become a New Guard fan? I said, well, when I went to Indianapolis last year, I kind of try to figure out, who's what and stuff. And then I realized that New Garden is from Hendersonville, Tennessee. And I'm like, hey, Tennessee guy, here we go. So I just kind of just hop on the bandwagon there for supporting the Tennessee guy. So there's that. But yeah, that's my only thing on it there. I mean, because I don't really care much for like watching IndyCar in general. I mean, if I was really a fan back in the day, I had like quite a few drivers that I followed, like Dario Franchitti. Um, I I used to like Will Power. Now I don't care much for him at all. Um, and then there's Dixon, which I still kind of like Dixon too, but that was just to name a few. But Dario Franchitti was a goat in my book until he uh, had to hang it up.
How long's Will Power been racing? Because I feel like he won the last
long.
race that I went to.
He's been racing a minute.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. It was like I think he's been racing for like maybe '05, '06, something like that.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I went to an Indy race at the Glen. Actually, it was the one Eric was at. We were talking about it last time. I think I'm pretty sure Will Power won that one, and that was like
Let's
probably
see.
20 years ago almost.
Started.
Yeah.
I mean, he first started racing in Formula Ford in 2000. Let me see here. IndyCar 2008 was his first season.
Okay. So
I mean,
Maybe it wasn't him then.
he did Champ Car just before that. In 2008 was his first season in Indy.
I got you.
Can't remember what year it was. And then the first ever Indy race I went to was actually at Phoenix. And that was Sam Hornish Jr., I think.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, Horace. Yeah, I almost forgot about him.
Will Power's hometown is Toowoomba. Toowomba. Toowoomba. What in
Sounds
the
about right.
What in the world? Oh, so I mean, he's 44. I didn't realize he was that old.
Oh yeah, he's old as hell.
And old Sammy Hornish, I forgot about him.
I don't. Every time I see the number 77, all
Oh,
I
that
think
speed
about is Sam
car
Morgan.
going through Lowe's Motor
Yep.
Speedway.
Yep.
I think about that Twisted Sister he did on the COT at the All-Star race. They had that.
That's what we was talking about there. Which reminds me, we when we was at the museum, I know we're segueing here a lot, and then I saw Harvick's Brickyard car, and
Really?
it is so fascinating to see. Yeah, the Harvick car that he won in back in 2003, I think it was. They had the NASCAR section in the bottom section of the museum, and you could definitely see the body of the Twisted Sister how it was in person. I was like, oh my God. I was like, the pictures don't do it justice.
No.
Like, you can see it. I was like, damn.
Yeah, they've got
So that was
one
pretty
in
cool to
the.
see.
They've got a couple in the Hall of Fame, like actual like cars that they used. And if you've ever been to Daytona, Daytona has one too. But when you actually see the Twisted Sisters up close, you could see it on TV and whatnot. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, I could see it. When you get up close to them, you're like, holy crap, it's not straight. Like the whole body is not straight.
Yeah, no.
And you're going, I'm looking at it, kind of like my head tilted. I'm like, how did they go? Okay, like, all right, I don't get it, but
Better yet, how is this legal?
I mean, it was to a technicality, and then they found as far as they could push it, and then NASCAR was like, okay, you guys you're getting a bit out there with it. And then, Sam Hornish's team figured out, okay, well, we can't twist the body. We're just going to twist the housing.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah.
And you can't do that now.
All right,
God forbid you try to do that now.
Yeah, you can't lose a washer before I get you penalized. But
Or what happened to Logano at Dega? He was missing like a bolt out of his splitter. Or out of his what was it? It was out of
I
something.
think it was like a wash, I thought it was like the washer with the bolt or something like that.
Yeah, and it was out of his
understood.
wing. His rear wing was missing a bolt. They're like, oh, disqualified. Okay, NASCAR. Oh,
One series that like shocks me how many people like on a consistent basis gets like disqualified is like the Cars Tour and shit like that. Like the late models.
oh yeah.
Dude, it's like every race, the guy that wins, they're like disqualified. I'm like,
Every
what's the point
race,
in even fucking winning?
every race in the Cars Tour, there's like 4 or 5 guys that get disqualified.
It's wild. It's wild. I've been watching more Cars Tour. That shit's more like that's some entertaining racing. I ain't gonna lie.
It was definitely better than Arca, that's for sure.
Dude, Arca's so bad. I see those guys hugging the bottom line while the good 4 cars rail the outside and just fly by them. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, I could be one of those guys on the inside
So,
line.
so me, Eric, and everybody else, we was over at IRP, and there was somebody in my group chat to where
Okay, bye,
or by
Austin.
everybody else in the group chat there posted the practice time. No, it was qualifying times. I'm sorry, qualifying times. The gap between the pole center to the very last car that posted a lap was 13 seconds. I said 13 seconds back in one lap. I was like, park that piece of shit.
Oh, for real.
Can't
That's
hide
terrible.
money.
That's literally all it is. It's wild.
Poor Cletus, stepped on his own dick.
Yeah, poor Cletus.
At least in his post-race interview, that was the first thing he went to was like, hey, I want to apologize to whoever I wrecked. That was on me. I made that mistake. I own that. I was like, all right, Cletus. The first thing he does is own up to what he did and, apologize to whoever. And I'm like, that's cool. I like that. Like
now, Chris Wright did that. He probably would have blamed his fuel man for that wreck.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started with Chris Wright, dude. I swear. Dude, if I ever see that motherfucker in person, I might swing.
It's like
I would.
Whoever that guy was, that works in our merchandise trailer, is his fault because he walked by us yesterday, and there it is.
That guy is such a joke.
He made a comment about my tires spinning, so watch out for it. But yeah,
He takes Anthony Alfredo's ride, so Anthony has to drive for Young's Motorsports, dude. Something on that car breaks every week.
Mm-hmm.
Like this week, it was the clutch pedal. He was running top 10. And a clutch pedal broke. I'm like, dog.
Yeah, but the fact that he can wheel that piece of shit up in the top 10 just tells
He's a wheelman.
Yeah, it tells me what I need to know about him as far as being a driver.
He was doing that in BJ McLeod equipment 2 years ago.
Now look.
Fuck, he was in that 78.
Someone just needs to give him a decent ride. I bet you'll see him go places.
Money. Like, Dude Wipes is I think a big enough sponsor that if they really wanted to take it on, because they sponsored a race. You can get him in a good car. He's got Dude Wipes and that Botticelli sauce company or whatever. And like, he had Andy's Custard too, because he's under that Dillon management, Austin Dillon's management company or whatever.
Right.
And then Anthony is actually the sim driver for Hendrick.
Yeah, I knew that.
So like he has his he's known, but he's stuck with Chevy, where Chevy doesn't have really any cars. Like they have RCR and Junior Motorsports, but they're just gonna always have those fast kids come up and have those rides. They'll never give him a shot.
No.
Put him in the 33 or something one time, because he's better than Jesse Love in Cup. In that 62, Anthony's finished way better. And then Austin Hill gets in that 33, and the motherfucker runs 30th. It's like, come on. Just one off chance, and not a restricted plate. Put him at like Homestead or something where he's good. I bet you he can wheel that car. And that's a delusional, biased opinion.
I'd love to see it, though.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Because he was in the, 21 when he first started for RCR? He did a couple of races. He got like third at Homestead.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, way back in the day.
Well, so unlike Eric and Austin Wheeler, I won't give you all the Irish goodbye. I'm gonna go and hop off here and get ready to go back to work in the morning.
Well, we're at an hour and a half, a little over an hour and a half, so we hit a good spot. I think we can
100%.
call it a night tonight. So it's been fun. It's been real. Has it been real fun? I don't know. I have to reevaluate that.
Fuck the Thunder Thimble. Fuck him.
Yeah. And then Matt
Yeah.
chimes in
By
at
the
the
way,
end.
I'll see you. Yeah.